Hello, welcome back. Today's video I want to talk about Arcadegeddon. Now Arcadegeddon's a game that I bought a couple of months ago because I really liked the way it looked. I liked the way that it kind of played out and I wanted something different. But I bought it and I ended up getting caught up in other games. I'm really bad for it, so this is me returning to it. And can I just say, I kind of hate the fact that I went away for so long because this game is a lot of fun. Especially the fact that it's still in early access. Now, it is available on Epic Game Stores and it is only £16 for an early access game that has got, you know, quite a lot still to come out before it's even launched. It's quite exciting, though at this stage of it you may see that it can be a bit shallow. And I want to just kind of talk about the things that I felt with this run that I had that hopefully help you guys out. Now, bearing in mind that I won't know the full, you know, elements of, you know, how do you get to the boss fight, what's the best strategies and stuff like that, because I've only played a couple of runs. I've only just kind of started getting back into it, and it's a lot of kind of casual fun. I play it when I'm watching streamers over in Twitch, or if I'm just kind of hanging out, things like that. But it is a kind of game that you could play with friends and, you know, get really addicted to. At the current stage, it's not got crossplay, so that is coming out on launch, which is to be after winter, according to their kind of roadmap. And that is winter is the last update before launch. Now, at this stage, we are kind of, it's pretty shallow in terms of biomes and, you know, boss fights and things like that. But this is all going to, you know, change, and that's the exciting thing about an early access game, is that, you know, you're playing this here and it's a lot of fun. Like, it looks really good. Technically, you know, it is spot on. You've got great movement, the guns are really fun to use, and it's a fair kind of system. I'm obsessed with roguelike style games, and this is kind of like the new 2021 looker version. I was honestly addicted to playing Hades, and every now and again I do go back because I've kind of nearly completed it now. Like, I've done everything what I can see in terms of upgrading. Things start to get a wee bit not easier, but, you know, it's like, oh, I'll just do a run sort of thing. So I wanted a new game like that to sink some time into, and I think I'm going to find it with Arcadegeddon. So if you are watching this and you're like, oh, I've not seen enough of this, this is going to be the kind of later stages, boss fights more dominantly, because I had challenges to do. You'll see some things with the gauntlets, which you can see there. I've just placed like a healing orb down, which I've only recently unlocked, and it is so effing clutch, it's unbelievable. You'll see some of the weapons and how that kind of works out, me absolutely nailing this guy with a baseball bat in the next boss fight. But there is some things, like at this stage, that I said it can be deemed quite shallow. Overall, it just looks great, it plays great, and I've already said the movement and the technical abilities in it is pretty good. So if this is only going to get developed upon, that's fucking exciting. That's really exciting, and I get really excited to think about that. Like, this game is going to be awesome. Probably, you know, by next spring, full release, and it'll be start getting updates and things like that. This is going to be a pretty awesome game, so don't, you know, skip on it, because you never know. This $15.99 for it being early access could bump up to $35.99, and that's £20 extra, or, you know, it could be $30 for you extra. So if you are kind of interested in it, I would jump in now and start kind of getting used to the mechanics and start getting used to guns and things like that and how it is. Unfortunately, I always play this myself, so if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I love this game and it's really interesting to see someone talking about it, please let me know that you play this, because I need people to play it with. I like playing games like this with other people, especially if it's got a revive mechanic and it becomes really important having co-op players. This has got that. And when you're playing solo, I've only just started to realise there is elements of self-revive, but it kind of feels like when you're dead, the game really is begging for you to be playing it with other people. It's like waiting to be revived, you're crawling about yourself, and it can be quite tough. Especially when, you know, you've got to a really good stage where I was getting to, and it's just absolutely carnage. having another couple of people there with different gauntlets or stuff can really make this game so much better and really increase the replayability, because you can change up your different stats and different things like that. Now, I'm looking at the roadmap here and I can see that we are going to be having new customization, new weapons coming into the game. We're going to have offline modes, which is something I am a huge fan of. Now, this is a game that's got loads of leaderboards, and you know, it has got crossplay coming eventually. It's got a big co-op scene on it, but it's really nice to see that it's going to be an offline mode for solo play. It's going to have new biomes, it's going to have PvP modes, bosses, which is something that I I was going to touch on. It needs to have more bosses. I've only faced 2 bosses, and I was thankful that I killed the mech, and I was like, yes, I'm going to get a new boss, because I thought it went 1, 2, 3. And then it gave me the CEO again, killed the CEO as you can see here, and the next boss, not to spoil it, but I'm going to spoil it, it's the CEO again. So I really do hope that we are going to get not 1 boss, not 2 bosses, but we're going to have a progression of like 10 bosses that are all super like increasing in difficulty. And if you can kill, you know, 9 bosses without dying, and then you get to boss number 10 and you do it, like, that is the creme de la creme. You're getting awards and stuff like that, you get huge bonuses, you get amazing drops and stuff like that. I would like that, something that rewards you for just progressively being better. Kind of the way that Hades did it is like, if you end up killing, you know, you get through past the 3rd boss and you're on to fighting the head honcho, you know, and you complete it, it's like you've done really well. But of course with Hades it's a different story, isn't it? Moving on, that was in fall, so this is really close. In winter we're expecting new customizations, even more weapons, battle mode content, more PvP content. So not only is it like a bot, you know, you're fighting against these kind of bots and stuff like that, but you're going to have PvP modes, which is pretty awesome. So this game is going to have loads of things to do within it, and every single one of these is coming on within and more. Now moving on to launch, it's going to have crossplay, it's going to have localizations, new biomes, new PvP game modes, new gangs, new surge abilities. Now surge abilities is like your gauntlet, and on my RB you'll see I've got like that healing orb, and on my LB I've got a big flaming explosive meatball. These change and you unlock more, so it's nice to see that you can keep unlocking and they're going to be adding that. But launch doesn't mean that that's the end of it. They've already committed to say that loads are going to be added, and there's all like a year pass and stuff. You can get that within it, so there is going to be loads of content added, and I really do feel that this game could take off after a while, just in that kind of casual co-op fun gaming scene. So if it is one of those ones and you're kind of keen on it, do definitely have a look. I'm going to leave the rest of this game. This is where I get absolutely melted, so you can see what it's like when stages get super difficult, and then I end up going, do you know what, I've done the challenges I need to do, I'm going to just spank the money that I have saved. I've got like 8,000 tokens, and I just end up spending it all in difficulty, getting up to level 12, and it is insane. And that's what I like about it, is that it's not just, you know, easy gameplay all the time. It does the enemies become difficult, and I look forward to having more enemies, and I really do hope that is something that and more means, is that I'm not just going to be facing, you know, these big explosive dudes with more armor and more armor as we go on. I want different enemies with better weapons. I want to feel like I'm facing something that is like, this is a stage where, you know, it's different enemy types. Again, I've already said it, like, I'm looking forward to having new biomes. I'm really hoping that they add in a lot of new missions, because doing the same 3 or 4 missions is so boring. And during this 1 hour kind of playthrough that I was doing, there was a stage where it was you have to shoot glitch spots and destroy glitch spots, and I literally just stood in the one spot with a sniper rifle and completed the mission. And then it opens it up, doesn't require any enemies to be killed or anything like that. It was just that shoe, off you pop, you've done it, the new area's opened, and I just skipped every single enemy. And I was like, oh right, okay, that was, it's a bit boring, wasn't it? So I really do hope that they start to kind of rework these things as time goes on. I'm hoping that more content creators that are, popular, do take a lot more interest in it and start playing a bit more, because it is a lot of fun. It looks great. It is a lot of fun, and especially if it's got nice co-op modes and things like that, it's a lot of fun. But guys, I just wanted to kind of showcase more gameplay as opposed to anything else, so just enjoy. And if you have any questions or you do want to play some games, please let me know down below in the comments. I will be streaming this a lot more as maybe a kick-off to a stream, because it is quite a fun wee game, and it does kind of take up a good bit of time. One run here is like an hour and a half, so if you do get in a right good run, you can be, you might be on stage 15, you might be 2 hours in, but it's like rewarding because you're always gaining XP, you're always leveling up things, and I really enjoy that. So I'll probably will be playing this a lot more, so if you do want to see some of that, make sure you're over on Twitch having a look there. And that's really it from me. I kind of was in two ways about what to talk about over this video. I didn't want to just put up gaming content because there's no camera or anything like that, so these are my thoughts. I really, really do enjoy the game. It really does need what they're saying. The roadmap really needs that. We need that now. I need it as soon as possible, but I know that these things come in time. So I'm looking forward to how this game grows in the future. And yeah, enjoy the rest of it.
Anjin, Rena Hot, Octave, Olotofin, Iro, Roto, Wa. Extra bubble can.